Welcome back to another Moist Monday.
Wow, so serious today. I thought you had something.
Wait, look at me.
I am looking at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're serious.
Yeah. Oh, is that all you've noticed so far?
It's
October.
It's October.
Yeah. You're not going to comment on my outfit?
I like your shirt.
What about it?
Wolfman.
Yeah. So what's my costume?
Are you a knight? Are you a wolf? You're a wolf in sheath's clothing.
Nope.
Is that close?
No.
I don't even know what that means. Sheaths?
Look at the...
A moon? You're a werewolf.
You're so stupid.
What is it? A knight? You're a werewolf. By night? You're Moon Knight.
No. You just said Werewolf by Night. It's a comic book. Jesus Christ.
Beasts?
Nope.
Moon
Oh.
Knight. Moon? Beast Knight.
You're ruining my bit. I'm a werewolf by night.
Oh, because we're filming at night?
No.
Oh, because you're dressed as a knight.
Jesus fucking Christ, Robert.
This is great for the visual, for the audio listeners
There
only.
you go. Yeah.
It's great for the visual bit.
But do you get it? Werewolf by night?
Yeah, it could have been better.
Turn on the light.
How?
I'm gonna suck a dick.
Whoa.
Because I'm bi. Only by night.
Oh, you're gay by night.
No, I'm bi by night.
Oh. But you're a
I could also eat a pussy right now.
werewolf by night. Mm-hmm. So you're a bi werewolf at night, and during the day you're working at arcade
I'm just a
cabinets?
dude. Yeah, just a guy.
What a weird transformation when the sun sets. Mm-hmm. You're like you're really attracted to penises and the moon.
And I'm a wolf.
And what else do wolves like?
Balls?
Turkish meatballs? Probably.
I was going to say tennis.
Tennis balls? Tennis balls are good. Yeah, because they're dogs. They probably also like sheep. Lamb. Little.
Yeah, you ruined my bit. All right, let's take a shot.
How did I ruin it?
You're so stupid.
I'm telling you what I see, dude. It's called word association. You ever heard of it? And I've always said that. All right, cheers, everybody. Happy October. Cheers to whatever. Let's do a shot. Let's get moist.
I forgot it was apple pie. I was expecting Jameson.
Wait. Cinnamon.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yep. Ugh.
Ugh. Let's get into it. God, that looks fucking cool, dude. Look at it. It's like a tsunami in a glass.
What's a tsunami?
Like a wave thing?
Oh, okay.
You don't know what a tsunami is?
No, I know what a tsunami is. It wasn't a wave in a glass.
Yeah, but it's like water movement. Tropical.
It's like a stream in a glass.
Nice, dude. You're drinking an ocean in a glass. That's just straight water. Oh, but it had to be blue. The great blue ocean. The great blue whale. The big red funhouse. The big red couch. Do you ever watch that show?
Big comfy couch.
Big comfy couch.
And big red dog.
Yeah. Big comfy couch. That was a weird show because they like went into the couch, didn't they?
Yeah. Yeah, there's puppets in the couch, but also a sexy clown outside the couch.
Very cute. Was that the show where they had a cardboard fort? Or was it a different show? Do you know what I'm talking about?
That might be Mr. Rogers you're thinking of.
No, Mr. Rogers. I know Mr. Rogers.
The Dreamtown or whatever.
No, but there was a show like literally where it was like a cardboard fort.
And
then when
Out of the Box?
Out of the Box,
Yeah,
maybe. And then they crawled in and it was massive.
I fucking love Out of the Box.
I don't remember. I remember that as a kid, but I don't remember it.
No? Me and my sister know the song very well.
Let's hear
it. So long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye till now.
God, just
or
bring
for
back-
now. Until we meet again.
Let's bring back memories.
It's been great to play and sing together in the box, but now it's time to say goodbye. And then they just do that again.
Why did they say goodbye? That's how the show starts.
No, that's how it ends.
Oh, that's how it
The
ends.
theme song is just out of the box.
Out of the box.
Oh, and it's take one box, put it with the other.
Yeah, that's how you build a fort. That's cool, dude. That was like a PBS show, right?
I think Disney.
Oh, that was a Disney show?
Disney shows used to fucking slap.
PBS shows.
They were good. I mean, I guess it was my favorite kids show was PBS, Between the Lions.
Oh, Between
the
the
Lions. I know we've talked about that before.
Yeah. And you know who you remind me of?
What?
Caillou.
Ugh. God, the worst kid ever.
Every time I bring it up, your face changes.
Yeah, because Caillou fucking sucks.
Yeah, Caillou. How is that a show, dude? He was like a depressed cancer kid. But they never said he had cancer.
Yeah, he was just so whiny, and he had a little sister that he was so annoying to. I think they had puppets in that show too. When it like went on to like the animals, I think it turned into like a puppet thing.
Oh, dude.
A lot of shows did that.
Is like PBS still a thing? Like they have like kid shows like on,
or
think
is it
just like all documentaries
now?
now?
Well, like because Sesame Street's now on like HBO.
What the hell?
Yeah, fuck poor kids, I guess.
You got to have Max, baby.
Yeah, when
to watch,
Sesame Street was
Big Bird.
Sesame Street was literally made for poor kids who live in the city.
That's like literally what it is because they live in the streets.
Well, and like they go to like a bodega and like because that's what's his name?
Big Bird?
No, the
Count
human.
Oh, the human. I don't know, Jeff.
But like the best human. I cannot
I
remember
don't
his
know.
name.
I really like that show.
I
That was
can't
cool.
itch my neck.
That was cool puppetry.
Yeah, I just didn't like Elmo.
Yeah, Emil's overrated for sure. Bert and Ernie, dude.
Grover.
Ooh,
Grover is by far my favorite.
He was a side character. He wasn't in a lot of episodes. You know what I mean?
He wasn't a main, no, but he had his own like arc and stuff because he had a superhero character.
Oh,
Super
really?
Grover. I think he could fly, but he couldn't really steer.
Oscar the Grouch. I think didn't they change some characters? I think they
did. They actually change Cookie Monster to Vegetable Monster.
I think they like made it PC or something. You know what I mean? Not PC, but I think they updated it for like healthiness.
I think I heard that they changed Cookie Monster. I'm not sure, but other than that,
Count?
What was wrong with him?
No, I like him. I'm just
okay. They're saying something was.
Dude.
And I know that at one point they added maybe it was only in another country, but they added a kid with HIV, a puppet with HIV.
Oh, I think I remember hearing about it, but that was after my time.
Yes, me too. I think that aired in a country where like that's very on the rise, so like kids can be born with it. So that was like,
so then it's like it's not a big deal.
Yeah,
I mean it is a big deal, but puppets have it.
Yeah.
So if you have it as a kid, yeah, that's kind of cool of them.
It's cool, but it's also just a wild thing
to
even think about. Yeah,
dude, can you imagine creating children's content?
No, that'd be terrifying.
Like what the fuck? Like that's like writing children's books or making children's shows. It's just like it's tough because like you want it to be good, obviously.
Well, you want to teach something, but also you don't want it to be lame.
But then it's like yeah, you love Bluey, and that's a great show, right?
Yes, and that's like. That's more of an emotional learning.
They kind of like sprinkle in like smart jokes so kids don't get it, right?
Like adults like it. I mean, there's a whole episode where it's basically that the parents are hungover,
but and
they're too lazy to like play with the kids. So the kids just like they make up a story where the kids crawl on them. But they were like, yeah, I saw mom dancing on the table last. Like it's very clearly
that they were.
And there's other parts where the parents are very clearly like drunk.
Oh,
but like it's
and you're like, I want to see Mama drunk.
She was drunk. Yeah.
Did they actually show it? They show her on the table.
No, not that one. But there's another episode where she's like yelling something. You can tell like she's drunk, and also they're with their friends.
And you like the way she yells?
I do.
She's like a dominant
dude. Fucking Chili.
Chili the mom.
She can get it.
We talk about it too much.
You saw an episode, didn't you? You were at a party with it on one time.
Oh yeah, I was, dude. I was. Yeah, I went to a party a few months ago. It was Beer-lympics.
Right. Yeah. Did we talk about that?
Maybe. I don't remember.
As a host of Moist Monday, did you let me down?
We never finished the Olympics because everybody got drunk. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Like, it was an organized event and then people just got drunk and talked because that's what adults do.
Sure. Yeah.
And then it's just like,
it's not weird. That's what we do now. We just want to sit in like 8 different circles.
I mean,
and talk.
It was so fun during the day because like you're outside and you're doing things, but then after a while you break off into your circles
and you've been in the sun for a while
and you're so drunk. But yeah, there was like obviously like they had like college football on some of the TVs, but like one of the TVs in the garage they were just playing Bluey.
Were there kids there?
No. It was all people drinking. There's a bunch of lesbians.
I could see them liking Bluey for no particular reason. It just makes sense.
I was like, oh, my buddy loves this show.
And they were like, is your buddy 6?
And they were like, oh, and I was like, yeah, he's a straight white male.
They're like, oh.
And they were like, gross.
Yeah.
And I go, I'm a straight white male. And I go, yeah, we barely accept it.
I do like knowing that you go to lesbian parties because that's truly what they are.
Yeah, because I'm really good friends with like, a lesbian
who's a part of a lesbian community.
Yeah. And I'm just like, I go to a lot of events because they host events and they like hang out and like, you know, but like it's all like, you know, LGBTQ people,
yeah,
like
and
performers, and then I'm just it's all them talking about all that type of drama, and I'm just like a straight white male
with a beard, a flannel, and a craft beer, and you're just like, I don't know.
Yeah, but it's like it's cool because like, you know, some of them are wearing flannel, so like we do match.
Yeah, you do dress like a lesbian. We do, often.
Yeah, and so it's like but it is weird because it's like I don't know how the shit you're talking about,
but I'm interested.
Because I do like that. You know.
No, I get that completely.
But it is definitely weird because I'm the only straight white person. Yeah, male. I'm here. Yeah, it's all just chicks.
Yeah, who just like chicks,
and then a few gay dudes.
Sure.
So then it's just like, okay, cool. I like women, and half of you do too.
Yeah,
so I can connect over that. So yeah, they were into Bluey. That was fun, dude. Beer-lympics was like at the beginning of September.
How'd you place though?
Pretty good. I was doing pretty good.
Did you win anything outright?
Well, we did a lot of events. It was like right after Dragas, so like my tolerance was way low.
Yep.
And I got really drunk, which was awesome. It was really fun. We did so many fun, like obviously you do the classics, you know, beer pong, flippy cup. But then we did like tippy bat or whatever that is.
The spinny
bat, spin bat or whatever.
Whatever. Yeah.
Where you have to like spin. I'm glad we did that early. Dizzy bat. I'm glad we did that early.
Yeah.
That was like, it was that early. But dude, I felt like, cause you like basically shotgun chug a beer.
Jesus.
And then spin a bunch of times. And then you have to hit the empty can of the beer you drank. So like you crush it up, give it to the pitcher.
With the bat. Gotcha.
After you spun.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I remember
you missed, you have to spin again?
No, we were like, hey, you get 3 chances.
Okay.
And then it's like if you hit, you get a point. If you don't get in 3, you don't get a point.
Sure.
And then we did points. That was fun. And then we played like this really fun game that I played before a long time ago at one of my house parties. It's like this weird like stack cup game.
Okay.
Where you're all around a table and it's a ping pong ball. So it's basically like Red Soul Cup ping pong ball.
Okay.
It's a very easy drinking game. But there's a bunch of cups in the middle that all have, you know, pours of beer in them. Different types of beer to make it so it's like, you know, White Claw, all this.
Sure.
Just so you don't know what you're grabbing. And then the middle cup is like full.
Is it King's Cup?
It might be King's Cup.
So I thought it was a card game.
That's a different game.
Okay.
That's also fun. But this is like you have a cup and a ball and you got to bounce the ball into the cup. And then when you do, you pass it on. And if you there's 2 cups going around the table. So if you get caught up and you dunk on somebody.
Okay.
So say someone's trying to get their ball in and they don't make it, but you're next to them. You're going clockwise and you make it and you dunk it into theirs.
Oh,
that means they have to grab a beer from the middle and drink, and you keep going. So then when that cup's empty, you stack it so then it gets taller. So it's a lot harder to get the ball in. Dude, it's so fun because it's so fast paced and like
you just want the people to catch up to you.
Yeah, and
gotcha.
it's in teams. So every other person. So the person next to you is on the other team. You know what I mean? So it's like you're cheering. It's so fun, dude. It was.
We should get more friends to play that.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is like
we don't have a lot of friends.
We don't have anybody want to play drinking games with us. I do. So on that Beer-lympics, it was one of the last things we were gonna do was gonna be drunk Mario Kart.
Oh,
but we never did it. Yeah, that's one thing I've always wanted to do.
We could do that right now.
We need to do that for Moist Monday.
Yeah, just
like for an extra episode. Or
yeah,
something.
we see. Or I guess you just have to screen grab, whatever.
Grab.
Yes,
yeah.
sorry.
We bring over the device to record it.
Yeah,
yeah. But it'd be fun to get 4-player.
Sure,
Let's do it. That'd be sick. Because you have to finish your beer before you finish the race,
and you can't drink and drive.
Yeah,
are the rules. Yep.
So I think you drink immediately.
But also if everybody drinks immediately, that might hurt you a little bit. Because also if you just go anytime you get hit, chug as much as you can, and then you just have to pause.
If we're playing with the new Mario Kart, there's so much rubber banding. Like if you're in last place, the 3rd lap, you'll get
bullet bill.
Yeah, you can get bullet bill, and then be like literally in 4th immediately.
Yeah, that would be annoying.
But then if you're really good and you're ahead, but then the blue shells, like so I guess it would be tough. And you do 4 races.
Yeah,
you know?
And you're not sure. Yes, you have to drink 4 beers. A race is like under 4 minutes.
But I think you maybe like. After a race is over, pause.
Yeah,
you know,
eat some bread,
some holy bread. But let's talk about some cool things.
Yes,
this is something we wanted to bring up last time, but you know, you get talking about real stuff, and you don't get talking about it. Jacob read a banned book.
Oh right, yeah. Yeah, so a part of I'm trying to read enough,
12.
12 books in a year. I have lost count. I'd have to fully recount. I've read 3 books since last time we talked about it.
So I think you're You're probably
I'm
halfway.
at 10 at least.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're almost there.
Yes.
You should be able to get 12 by the end of the year, hopefully.
I'll just have to actually like physically read a book because I don't have access to audiobooks anymore with the new job.
Oh, you can't listen to headphones at all?
I can, but there's like a lot more going on. I'm
well,
not just
and also,
alone.
once you get comfortable, it's going to take a few months. Once you get comfortable, then you can probably pop a headphone in.
Yeah.
You know.
But yeah, so I read a band book called Not All Boys Are Blue.
Whoa. See, I don't even know what band books are.
So,
can you explain that to me? And to the dumb viewers.
I know that Iowa recently banned a handful of books from schools.
Why?
For different reasons. I know one of them, I think they banned Catch-22. They banned this one. And then I looked up a list and I just searched them on the audiobook app.
So you were like, you wanted to read a band book.
I was curious what they did it for. I've always wanted to read Catch-22, but I think it was a much longer book. This book, I think, was like...
Catch-22, that's like a double entendre, right? Or like a, yeah.
This book was like between 5 and 8 hours. I think closer, it might be just 5.
Okay, that's not bad. So you did it in one day.
Yep. And I was curious about it. It's an autobiography called Not All Boys Are Blue by George Michael something. I cannot think of his last. No. I should look
George
it up.
Oscar Bluth?
So it's All Boys Aren't Blue.
All Boys Aren't Blue.
All Boys Aren't Blue by George M. Johnson.
Nice.
And
what do you think the M stands for?
Michael.
Oh.
Because he talks about this in the beginning of his life. He went by Michael and then he found out his name was George. And it is about a black gay kid growing up. I think he's maybe 10 years. He might be like in mid 30s. Okay. So he grew up in the 90s where he was like growing up.
Damn. So yeah, back then it was not as accepted as it is.
As now for sure.
Yeah.
And it was a fantastic book. Like
it was about his life story, right?
I was waiting for it to maybe go like too far where I'm like, maybe there's a reason they banned it, but then because they do explain some like sexual stuff in it, but he did it so fucking well.
But it's not over the top. Yeah.
No, it wasn't. He left some romance in it. He left some of the sexuality in it, but it wasn't like drawn out. It was more informative.
It was just more like telling his story.
Well, because also the way he worded it was more like, hey, as a gay person, you can still have what you want out of this, which I would believe is kind of a bigger issue in that community.
Yeah.
Where it's
especially like growing up in the 90s too. Yeah. You know,
where like, I guess as men who like women who lost their virginity to women, it was more clear what we were trying to like. It was more clear.
I can't even imagine. And then the tough part is like not only being gay, but he was also black, you know, so then you're getting discriminated.
Because like
he's getting discriminated twice.
Because the book is kind of half about one, half about the other, and then also like just the mixture of the two.
And then it connects, and that's
because he was like, it's wild the racism I face from everybody, and then the homophobia I face from the black community, like where he talks about that
so
kind of stuff.
You're rejected from communities that you should be,
that you're part of, God, that was wild.
See, that's insane to me that's a banned book because that should be I mean, I get maybe there's a few sexual things,
well,
but
like he talks about a blowjob. He talks about he did get molested as a child. He talks about that, but
so it's kind of a heavy,
but not graphic.
But I feel like that's a good book for children to be like, oh, if you are in a weird like where you're getting discriminated, that's a good book to be like you're not alone.
Because also, I'm not sure at what levels it was banned. It was just on the banned book list. Because if this is banned from high school, that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I get maybe elementary school.
Well, elementary school, it was just a further reading level than them probably too. It was
but high school, that should be a high school book.
And then like junior high, I guess I don't quite know what a junior high student is, nor do I know what I read in junior high.
I was reading Young Bond, probably like a young adult
you did
literature.
That in elementary.
Yeah, but that's a bigger book for elementary.
Mm-hmm. But like
I was a good reader.
But like I don't know what a junior high book is. This was a young adult book, and at the end I was like, shit, that is ridiculous that it was banned. Like it truly just is bullshit, and that was a fucking bummer. Because like this is
who decides that? Like the school district or like the state?
The state.
God, that's so
probably just shitty parents writing letters.
That's so weird. Yeah, it's all the people that are like, well, we don't agree with this.
Yeah, but like as someone who is white and straight, I
thought you were bi by night.
I mean, the moon is on, so give me that dick. But
I know. He's another
but
room.
As a white, mostly straight man,
there it is.
I still was able to connect to this book, which was nice because part of it was his dad's a cop, and also he talked about.
So that's tough too.
Yeah, and that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, damn.
But also he talked about being like a more feminine child, which I was. Yeah, and in high school I was very feminine.
Very feminine.
That was kind of
people would like call you gay all the time.
Yeah,
and like make gay jokes to you, even though you weren't.
Yeah. Yeah.
So imagine if you were.
I know. It'd be probably just way more. Yeah.
That's probably why he's still in the closet.
But like that was
one of these episodes is going to come out.
Jesus. All right. I'm saying that
sorry.
was
Being
like,
serious.
even as like someone who's not similar to this person, it was nice that I was still able
to connect. Yeah.
The way he presented every situation was very connectable. So I would recommend All Boys Aren't Blue by George M. Johnson.
George M. Johnson. I mean, it sounds really good, and it's like, you know, kind of a shorter book, 5 hour listen.
Yeah, I think it's like 200 pages.
Okay, yeah, that's not bad.
Also, an interesting gay thing he talked about is that often gay people lose their virginity twice. Once fucking, once being fucked.
Oh,
that's something I didn't even think about that.
I've never thought about that. Yeah, that is weird. Yeah, because you're like, I've fucked somebody, but I've never been fucked.
Which is losing your virginity, and then being fucked,
and then being because I guess I've only lost it the one way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same.
I've had a pinky in there, but
and that asks the question: are all lesbians virgins?
Whoa.
According to God, probably.
Well, don't bring God into this.
Well, but like, I feel like that's kind of where it comes into play when you're talking like, are you a virgin or not? Where that's the only place it technically matters.
So do you think like
it's not? Well, I guess the male body doesn't change when we lose our virginity.
You know that religion where it's like if you die, you get 42 virgins?
Yes.
It's like you get a bunch of lesbians.
That'd be a bump.
And it's like, oh, dude, I was promised.
They're just in hell now.
Yeah, dude, it's like I was promised this if I did this fucking shitty thing, and now they don't want to fuck me.
Yeah, now just technically you're just surrounded by lesbians
because they're virgins.
Yep.
It's actually really funny. Yeah, I never do. Because I'm obviously not one, but I never do understand. Like, what do you I think every lesbian is probably different. Like, what do you qualify as? Like, oh, I lost my virginity.
It's probably just when you are like, yeah, that was sex.
Yeah, it was like, oh, yep, we rubbed and our fingers.
Yeah, but like
broke penetration maybe. Yeah,
but like you finger a straight person.
Yeah, and I guess you don't consider that sex. That's like usually what you build up to sex. That's weird.
Yeah, that it must be it's probably more of just an emotional standard for that.
Yeah, it is weird because I've talked to my friend a ton, and it's just like, I hooked up with that girl last night. And it's like, so what does that mean?
Yeah.
So you were naked or like like every time she like talk. She hasn't talked to me about it in a while, but like she did talk to me about it, and I was always like in the back of my mind, like, what does that mean for you? Yeah, because it probably means a different thing.
Mm-hmm. Where like with a guy, it's just we put our dick in something. Yeah,
and we're like, ooh,
it was great. It always is.
It never disappoints.
It really doesn't. Like, and that's just kind of one of the best things.
It's
ever.
Like kind of like so nice.
Yeah, like we were literally just built for it.
God, nice warm apple pie.
Jesus Christ.
What? We're American.
Yep.
Apple pie?
Mm-hmm.
That's what we drank earlier.
I know.
He puts his his dick in a pie in that movie.
Which I've never
wanted hot,
to do that.
You ever put your dick in anything?
Right, yeah. So
oh, you have? like anything weird like that, Like
not weird like that, but I've talked about this before, is that when I was trying to learn how to masturbate, I think I accidentally found a list of alternative ways to masturbate.
Yeah, starting a fire.
Yeah, so my initial point was just like literally like imagine like a Boy Scout starting a fire, but
that's why you got kicked out of the Scouts.
But no, like that's how I thought you were supposed to masturbate. I think that's why my dick's so straight, is I just like kind of like working clay.
Oh, it's very thin and long. Like you're just pushing
I didn't thin it down.
Yeah, you're just pushing it up.
Normal, but it is. You're like straight as an arrow.
You're like, God damn, it's really thin in the middle, but the top is like it's a straight mushroom, dude.
But another suggestion was like oil in a bag, or like lotion in a bag, and then you fuck the bag.
What?
Yeah.
So like what type of bag are we talking? Like a Ziploc?
Yeah.
Also, it's like, oh. So that's kind of like you're kind of replicating like the feeling of sex.
Or what you think when you're 13.
Maybe try microwaving it. It's a little warm.
I mean, like, yeah. And then it was also like put it in a couch. I don't think I did that.
Whoa.
Because that would have been a lot. Or like put it between your mattress and your box
just so it's
spring.
like tight.
Yeah, but I don't.
Someone walks in.
Exactly. No, that's what I was thinking. Like, it's one thing if my parents caught me masturbating, which they never technically did, but they probably did.
Yeah, I don't think I ever got like caught, but I'm probably...
They saw and just dipped out, and you were just lost in the rub.
Knock!
Yeah, but I
got my roommate masturbating one time in college.
Yeah. I don't think me and my roommates in college ever knew. Yeah, let's hear about this.
Yeah, so I'm really curious about that lotion thing. But I'd never buy lotion, so I don't want to go out of my way to try it.
Yeah.
I don't need it.
Out of my way.
No. But in college, I lived with a buddy. We only lasted a semester because we partied all the time.
Because he was a drug dealer and you guys made bootleg alcohol in your dorm.
It was so fun.
I got a visit. It was a really fun visit.
It was a really fun weekend.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. But it was... I think it may be coming back from class or something, and I walked in because I'm pretty sure in the dorms you don't lock if someone's home, you leave it unlocked.
Yeah.
So I open the door and he's sitting on the couch and porn is on the TV.
Oh wow!
Legit on the TV with volume, and he's sitting there, just straight. And I was just oh fuck! And I closed the door immediately, and then I just I'm gonna go on a walk.
Yeah.
I just
Did you guys talk about it afterwards?
I think I left and was
because you had seen his dick before though.
Yeah, I'd seen, but not hard.
Fair.
And I don't think I really noticed. I was just oh, you're doing. I saw him and I was oh, it's on the TV. It was very quick.
That's fucking wild that he put it on the television.
Well, his laptop was always connected HDMI to the TV.
Yeah, but the sound.
Yeah.
It's a dorm hall.
Yeah, and the door was unlocked.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, he had a big dick, so
yeah,
maybe he liked being caught.
That's fair.
But I remember going on a walk, and I think he texted me or I texted him, and he's like, "You can come home now." Seven,
did he clean up?
So I think maybe he was I'm gonna ignore this one, not finish.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do.
I mean, horny 18. I mean, he probably did. Horny 18.
Yeah, in college,
you're that's embarrassing, but
there's still tits on the screen.
You're no, then I'll just do it harder.
Yeah. Because I think my roommate fucked around with his girlfriend in the room with us. But it was just quiet and naughty or whatever. I think he's mentioned something about that. I know when he lost his virginity, he sat us down on the couch, he lost it on, and then told us that way. So we were just sitting on it. But joke on him, I got a blowjob on that couch before him.
Whoa.
Or
I fooled around with you in the room. I think I had sex with you in the room multiple times.
In a tent?
In a tent, hotel room. And you're please don't.
Yeah.
And we did anyway.
Yeah, because you two were bad people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was really fun for us. We were very selfishly into each other.
That entire trip, you were very selfish. That trip where I went bankrupt and my dog died, yes, that one.
It was fun though, right?
Not for me.
You had fun moments before the shit happened.
And before my car broke and my dog died.
What I mean?
Yeah.
Because we did Tough Mudder.
Yeah.
We went to Warped Tour.
Yeah, that was great before my dog died.
Yeah.
You asshole. And the tent was after that. You're bad people. See,
I've never said I was a good person.
That's fair. Yeah, that's very true.
I've admitted I'm a villain, dude. I mean, I've gotten better. I wouldn't do that now.
Because we're adults.
And we'd probably get separate hotel rooms.
If we had a girlfriend, yes.
Well, let's see. We'll see what happens.
All right. Now,
I don't have one.
I think all I did was jerk off at the wall in my dorm.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, so have you ever jerked off with people around? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure I did it in my dorm. Did
you ever do it on a family vacation?
Yes.
Yeah,
in the bathroom though. Oh my god. Because were you the floor sleeper of the family too?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you could get up without anyone noticing. You just stayed on the floor.
I stayed on the floor facing the wall.
What? I was between the beds.
No, I was I remember sleeping between the bed and the wall in hotel rooms. So that very small gap, and I would just turn sideways and then just be very quiet, and then I'd be oh, going too fast. It's a little loud. You know what I mean?
Jesus Christ. Yeah. So mine would be
I think I did it while we were in the car one time.
That's insane.
As I sat in their back seat on a road trip.
That's insane.
As a horny fucking boy, dude.
I know, I get that.
You know what I mean? At that age, you're just God damn it.
Have you ever done it while driving?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Multiple times.
Yeah, me too. And I don't know why.
I hate it.
Yeah, it's not safe.
Sometimes I don't even want to do it because I want to do it. I do it to stay awake.
Right after you're going to pass out.
On a long road trip.
Sure.
Well, and also sometimes if you're listening to sometimes you're driving and you're bored, especially when you're by yourself, and then you just start accidentally touching your penis.
Sure.
And you're just okay, now I'm getting into this.
Yeah, that's fair.
But then it's dude, it's so weird because you're not watching porn. Or do you?
I'll put it on the sound.
Oh my god, you'll pull up something.
Yeah.
and it's coming through the car stereo. It's always so weird, like because you're literally driving a car while doing it, and then when a car drives by you, you kind of stop and act normal, even though your dick is. They can't see it.
No,
but like
I'll throw a napkin over it.
But like sometimes I'll leave my shirt on so like I can cover it.
Sure.
But like sometimes when a semi drives by, you're like, you could probably see my penis.
Or the porn on my phone.
You have the windows down. They can hear it. You're at a stoplight.
Yeah. God. But no, I think in the dorm I would be facing the wall, still sheet over me, and then like Kleenex tucked.
You gotta have the sheet over you.
Yeah, tucked in, and then I'd be facing the wall, phone on very low like brightness, and headphone
super low, like volume so low that you can barely hear it.
Yeah, you can still hear the guy snoring behind you, and it's a bummer.
You don't want to, like, I remember having that where it's like I need a little bit of sound, but like I want to just not be able to hear it, so then they can't hear it for sure.
To pass out purely,
literally like,
because I have so much hormones, and no one would fuck me in college.
Being a white.
What does white have to do with it? You're just used to saying white cis male.
Yeah, being a male growing up, you get horny. So
it's a bummer.
I don't know. I mean, that's the only thing I know. I don't know if women go through that same phase of like, I need to jerk off.
It's at least not as like
way different.
Like you're not like have a tent going.
Yeah, I remember
that's a fucking bummer.
So many times you had to tuck it up.
In school?
Yeah, you would get boners all the time.
In high school, just sitting in class. No fucking reason. And
I remember
tuck it up, tighten the belt, and make sure the shirt is down, or else you get arrested.
Yeah, and it's not my fault. I didn't do anything.
No,
and I'm not even looking at anything.
No, like, I'm not horny. I'm sitting here.
It was like I was a freshman in high school. I was getting a ride to school in the morning.
Yeah,
and like on the way there, like the radio's on. I'll just like get a boner, and I was like, God damn, I have to get out of the car.
Yeah.
So then you do a weird thing where you like hold your backpack kind of weird,
and you kind of pretend like, oh, my legs are cramping.
You're like stretching as you're trying to tuck it up in the belt, and then you're just like, God, please go away.
Yeah.
Like you're just like breathe.
Or you're wearing skinny jeans and you just feel it fucking start
pushing and you're just
running
like,
down your leg.
Just like, God damn
and it hurts.
Yeah. Like
yeah.
That is so frustrating because it's like it's not easy to hide.
Or even today at work,
You got a boner at work?
Not really. I was on a road trip with my boss. And
because of the bumping?
Well, I was like sitting there and I was like just like kind of tired, and then my arm was like in my lap, and I think my like literally like bumps and my elbow just rubbed my dick too many times. Like fucking Christ.
That's happened to me a few times. Like,
so then it's just a leg up, and then you just ignore it until it goes away.
Just eventually like, please fucking go away.
Stop. Dude, I don't want you.
It happened a few times like when I would help on old, because you'd be in a fucking box truck, so it's super bouncy.
Yeah.
You're super bored. You're kind of falling asleep.
Yeah.
And then it's just like that attention. I don't know. Like,
because it just also still happens randomly.
Yeah, it's just like fucking weird. I mean, it is weird waking up with him. Because you're like, I gotta pee, but you're like,
no,
fuck.
I heard it's to keep you from peeing in your sleep. I don't know if there's any truth to that.
Oh, that's weird.
But that would make sense because it's hard to pee with a very hard dick.
Yeah, you gotta like kind of push it down.
Yeah.
And like really push it out.
Yeah.
Like it's frustrating.
It's not fun. But God, isn't it so much better than having a vagina?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like no matter, all complaints aside, vaginas are worse.
I'd rather be hard all the time than bleeding. You know what I mean? Yeah, I can't. Yeah, that would suck.
And also the idea that we want to put something in someone else, so much better than I want to have something in me. Like that's terrifying.
Well, maybe you're not gay.
Yeah, no. No, is he still trying to peg me?
I'm shocked that hasn't happened yet.
She's made no ground.
I'm surprised she's not. I gotta put a quarter in her and get that ball rolling again. I really want, like, because I feel like you'll be a different man.
I mean, I'll definitely talk to you about it on the podcast, because I'm gonna make sure she doesn't tell you, because I want to bring it up on the podcast when it happens.
Because I'll freak out. I just want to know,
because you kind of think you'll like it too. I
don't know. I mean, curiosity.
I'm nervous. It's just gonna feel like shitting.
That's how they describe anal, dude.
Sometimes, yeah.
That's how they describe. It's just like taking a nice poop, but it's in and out.
But also, a nice shit is awesome.
Yeah, it's in and out.
Yeah.
I've never put a shit back in. It's nice. So it's like nice when it pulls out.
Well, that's half of it.
And so, like, if you're getting pegged, what's the like? When do you end that? There's no completion, right?
Does a guy shoot from it?
Oh, do you fin it? Because that is the G spot.
That's what they say. I don't know if a dude finishes from it.
Are you hard when it's happening?
You'd hope so.
And then it's...
I don't want her just seeing my tiny dick from behind.
And then it just like dribbles.
I guess a hard dick from behind looks weird too because you don't see it.
Yeah. And it's just
balls and
there.
gone.
Yeah, just...
Yeah.
And you just bent over.
And like, is that how you're supposed to? I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
Because I actually, when she first brought this up, I had a gay coworker and I did ask him about it. And I was like, what would you recommend? He's like, all right, so get the toy ahead of time. And one time when you're in the shower, use it on yourself lightly. Like, you don't have to do anything. And I thought that was really, like, very intelligent.
Really, yeah, that's a real... Because you got to get comfortable and used to the feeling. Yeah. Because then you're putting trust in someone else. So you got to... Yeah, it's
like sword swallowing. You have to learn how to put it in and take it out yourself before you let anyone else touch it. Because that could kill you.
Yeah, you got... Yeah.
You have to be ready for it.
And something in the butt might kill you.
I mean, technically, I guess.
It's too big.
Yeah, I'm also
worried.
Like,
what size do you go with?
I'm pretty small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like a strap-on situation?
I don't want her hand on it. Why is that weirder? Why would that be weirder for her to do that with her hand than her to literally fuck me?
I think I would like the hand better so then she can have like a one hand kind of like comforting me. Not comforting me, but like, I don't know.
I could have two hands comforting me if it's a strap on though.
Oh, true, but then she's really behind you grabbing your hips.
I would worry she'd get a power trip immediately, and I would be ruined. Just feeling queasy and pooping easy.
That's perfect, dude. That's a great line.
Put that on a shirt.
That's the name of this episode, I think. That's fucking awesome. That's so good, dude. Wait, did you just come up with it? That's fucking awesome. Dude, that's... Oh, that's...
Feeling queasy and pooping easy.
That's so perfect, dude. So perfect. You hosted a show last night. Speaking of feeling queasy,
king of transitions over here.
You like
yes,
it?
I did.
How'd that go? This is your first time hosting.
Yes, and I do not prefer it. I much prefer just being a performer.
Yeah, because you know what you're doing. Hosting is so weird.
Or I can not know what I'm doing, which is not. I can just kind of roll with it because I'm not introducing someone. And also, like, there was one performer where I got her name wrong twice to her face. And I was like, fuck.
That's the tough part is when you're hosting and you don't know the performers. Well, you know some of them.
So her name was Jet Lanetzi.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I kept reading it Jet Lancia. Which is wrong. And Jet Lanetzi sounds much better, but I literally got it wrong twice to her face. I was like, fuck, I'm an asshole for this.
But you don't, that's the first time you guys ever performed together, you know what I mean?
But I got it right on stage, which I was so terrified to do. But also that causes me just to be reading from a piece of paper.
That's the weird part about hosting is like you are reading and you're introducing somebody, but then like to be good at hosting, that's when you got to like kind of go off script but it's like tough because you're, I don't know. I don't know if I could do it.
Well, also,
I could go up there and eat something.
Yeah. But. Also, part of the issue is I am less fun before a show than during or after.
Yeah.
Because my whole thing
is...
That's
why
like,
I buy you a shot.
I know. Because my whole thing before a performance, because I'm a sideshow performance, if we have new listeners out here, so I perform things like Bed of Nails, I can eat fire, I can breathe fire, Human Blockhead, which is hammering a 4-inch nail into my nostril, which I also do with a power drill.
And 4 inches is big, guys.
Yeah. It's pretty big.
Yeah. It's above average.
I set animal traps off on myself. So it's a painful act. I really enjoy it. I know how to do it all safely and correctly. I was trained in Coney Island, but like it's still...
Nice, the backstory.
I don't know. I don't know when we get new listeners.
Probably every episode.
Yeah, because we lose them.
Yeah, because we're big.
We probably get one new one every time.
And they go, fuck this shit.
But yeah, so that is my background in my performance. So it is a painful act. So before a show, I'm more overthinking and I'm nervous. And also I'm just like, fuck, this is just gonna hurt.
Yeah, you're going to be in a lot of pain.
Yeah, which luckily it's never that bad, especially when the show is good.
Yeah.
This show, I did get hurt a little bit. My foot got cut up a little bit from running in the broken glass. But also, this is not the first time, but another time where somebody tried to put a cinder block on top of me and hit it with a sledgehammer, and they did not break it.
Yeah, it happened again.
So it just bonked off of my fucking chest and stomach.
Which is worse.
While I'm laying
it's
on
straight pain.
While I'm laying on a bed of nails.
Yeah, and then so it's like straight pain, and then he has to do it again.
Yeah,
because it's not like you're gonna go. Oh,
that's the show. We failed. Yeah, and this break just because
the second time you hit it, it was a good break.
Yeah, it still kind of hurt more than usual because of the spot.
Yeah.
And this was the first time I did a new act where, because this was an issue I had prepping for the show, is I'm a bald man with a curly mustache if you're just a listener. So if you picture a sideshow performer, I generally look like half of them.
Yeah, and he's bi by night.
Yep.
So picture that.
Werewolf by night.
Werewolf by night.
Yeah. The bi is just bi.
Yeah. Bye by night. A bi werewolf by night.
Yes.
And that's the bit.
That's a bit. Anyway, so shit. All right. Oh,
Yeah,
I
sorry.
couldn't get half my mustache to curl. So mid-show, I kind of thought of this idea, and I'm not. You'll have to tell me how it played.
I liked it a lot,
I took
dude.
out the stapler and I stapled my mustache up on my face.
I liked it a lot because I was like, oh, that's new.
Yeah, like is it? Because I asked the other people I hung out with after the show, like, hey, was this a good bit? And they both said,
Well,
yeah, I liked it.
I think, yeah, because stapling your face.
Which is actually a much easier part of your body to
Yeah,
staple.
but then like halfway through the show, you rip it and you can just see the blood.
Yeah, I bled a lot this
Yeah,
show. Because the
but-
last time I stapled myself, I did it 3 times, no blood like leaking. This one, I was like, oh shit, it's running down my body.
But like that kind of adds to the makes it more.
Kind of. I just don't want, because it's also gross. I don't want to make the area gross or like anyone in the front row to feel gross
I don't
about
think
it.
about that.
Yeah.
I mean-
you're also used to my performance.
Yeah, it's not like you're an HIV puppet.
No.
Imagine that bleeding.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. It's not gross.
It's
Because
just
they can't.
it's dangerous though.
It's dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
All blood's gross.
all blood is fair and equal.
Equally gross.
Yeah, blood is blood. Okay, no matter who it comes from.
Jesus Christ. All right, we covered all our bases. All right,
And
yeah.
vampires drink that shit. Mm-hmm. Do you think they have to? Do you think vampires go to a bar and they're like, yeah, can I get the O negative, please?
Okay.
Like on draft?
You don't think that the bar joke would be, can I get 0.08
.08.
blood alcohol level?
No,
No, fuck you. My joke was better.
I think mine was better.
No, mine is definitely
I
better.
like picturing a tab where it's the different blood types, and then if you're feeling risky, it's like this got a hint of HIV in it. See, I got you.
Sure.
You're like this one's aged in HIV barrels.
Jesus Christ.
Things are going off the rails. So, but do you think? So this is your first time hosting. Do you think you'll host again or no?
No, I don't want to. It's not my thing.
Yeah.
I much rather be just the character that I am.
Yeah. So that because it is weird because you're being yourself, but like you're Jacob the Freak, but then you're not doing freak show stuff while you're hosting.
Yeah, I'm just reading.
So I wonder what it would have been like though if you didn't perform and because your original idea was to do stunts every time you went up.
Yes. But instead they booked me for a full act at the end of the show, so I held off on the stunts.
So I wonder if that would have been better. Because then you would have fully been you, but then also reading a script.
And that, yeah,
That might have been better.
Probably had more fun with it, but also that's also a weird one because then I'm up there, I'll do a stunt, introduce a performer, and some of them were new performers, so I would feel bad about that. Of like literally during my intro doing a big act.
Yeah, that's tough. But then it's like, and next up to the stage is so and so. But let me put my feet in glass.
Yeah,
it's like so then you're kind of stealing the spotlight.
Yeah.
That's a little.
Especially if they're a new performer, which this stage is meant for.
Yeah, it's designed for people to try out performing.
Yeah.
And like literally, it's a safe space for all people, which is cool. It's just always fun seeing you perform.
Thanks. I enjoy it.
I like it.
So in other exciting news, you had a big weekend recently.
Yeah, I did, dude. For the kids.
His YouTube channel, Gaming Off the Grid.
Check it out.
If you like retro games and craft beers.
Also, if you like stupidity.
Yeah, or just him.
If you like me,
Yeah, he's half of it. He's half of this, he's half of that.
I'm gonna have a lot of things. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, so if you mix Gaming Off the Grid and Moist Monday, you got a hole.
I got a hole.
A hole, Robert.
Oh, I was picturing. I was thinking about masturbation. I was like, a hole?
Yeah, thinking about something to fuck.
Yeah.
Is it your couch? Who knows? Try it out.
Moist off the grid. Like, what would like the pet name be?
Gaming Off Monday.
Gaming off Monday.
Just the dumbest
Yeah,
name
just-
we can do.
Gross.
Yeah. Moist Off the Grid. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough.
Moist Grid.
Got moist. Got moist. I think would be it
Yeah.
because it's
Got M.
our acronym is got G, so it's like got milk.
But got moist.
Got moist.
Gross. Yeah, when we do a spin-off series together.
Yeah, that'd be fucking awesome. Yeah, so a few weeks ago we didn't promote on the podcast because I forgot.
Yeah, and we did this last year too, where I was like, "Oh, we can talk about this because it's this weekend." I'm like, "Oh, right, this comes out on Monday."
This will come out after it happens.
the 2 days after. Yep.
So every September, it's coming out in the middle of October, but September is Children's Cancer Awareness Month, and we've talked about it before.
Yeah, because both of us had
Children's cancer.
Yeah, in our family.
Yeah,
not us.
Not
directly,
us, but siblings that had cancer as children.
Yep.
Yours lived, mine did not. Oh, I'm being real, dude. Yeah. So
That's what happened.
So I lost my brother to it.
And I did not lose my sister.
Which is cool. Your sister's awesome.
Yeah, slam dunk.
3 points of Gryffindor. Yeah, so it's a big deal to me. So when we started the channel, we were like, hey, September is this. It'd be nice to like kind of do something for a local nonprofit. So there's a local thing in Des Moines called the Children's Cancer Connection, which is a nonprofit that helps kids and families that are going through the difficult time that is children's cancer, because it's a fucking difficult and rough time.
So like, I wonder if our family used it at all.
Yeah, I don't know.
Me neither. Because I know we used Ronald McDonald for like
because they've been around for a while. Like they've been around since like the 80s. So
did you ever use Ronald McDonald?
Yeah, I remember like in Texas, I stayed at a Ronald McDonald.
That was a fucking bummer.
Yeah,
those houses. It was like, and
it's like a giant house, but you have to like clean up after yourself. It's like a shared kitchen.
And like we had like this, because I was like, I think I was like 12 or 13 when my sister had it. I just remember like we went there, we had to stay there a couple nights, and they had like a tiny TV with a VHS.
Yeah, mine didn't even have a TV in it.
We had a VHS player with just like a thing of tape. I'm like, fuck.
And then like your sister, and in my case my brother, was just in the hospital.
Yeah.
And you're like, it's a place to stay, so you don't have to sleep in the hospital.
It's nice, but also you're like, this is sponsored by McDonald's.
Yeah, and everybody there is it's like kind of
their child is dying.
Yeah, it's fucking
really it's just sad. Like you don't talk to anybody. It's fucking wild.
It's weird, but then they put on events, so then you can meet other cancer families,
which is also weird.
Also weird. But I went to cancer campouts. I went to like a bunch of like, because
I got invited to a camp. I remember and considered it.
Yeah, because you meet people that are going through the same thing, so you don't feel. Like, especially as like a sibling of that, you don't
know what to do.
You don't know what to do, and also
you feel useless.
You feel useless, and then also like you're getting no attention either.
Yeah,
and you're not home ever.
Yeah, or you just don't have both parents around ever.
Yeah, it's rough. So the Children's Cancer Connection, they put on camps, they put on a bunch of things, they do great things. They do a lot of fantastic things. We've worked with them for a while, but every year, this is like our 4th or 5th time doing this. We do a 24-hour charity live stream. So we literally live stream for 24 hours straight, playing video games, talking smack, talking about whatever.
Trying to stay awake.
But literally, it's people are like, oh, you're doing shifts? No. Wes and I stay up for 24 hours. Like literally, I think I was off screen for maybe 30 minutes total. Sure. And that's like, getting up to take a piss, getting up to get a drink, stretching.
Your screen froze twice.
Yeah, dude, that just sucked early on the stream.
Within an hour.
The stream ended. Like we had internet issues, and we had to start over, and that's frustrating because I shared the link.
Yeah, because I edited my link that I shared to the new video both times.
Fucking frustrating. Luckily, it didn't happen. It happened early and then went away.
Because if that would have happened at like hour 20, you guys would have been like, fuck.
Yeah, because we're already so tired. Well, and also everybody is like, you lose people.
Yeah.
Because most people do come back, but then people are like, that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
To find the stream again.
Well, and wait for you guys to set it back up.
Yeah, and it's confusing. And
it could take like 10 minutes or whatever.
It's frustrating. You lose the momentum and hype and all this stuff. But we live stream for 24 hours, which is always exhausting, but it's always fun. The chat's wild. And last year, we were able to raise in 24 hours.
Wait. How much did you raise the first year?
Okay, so the first
start
year.
From the beginning, because I've seen the last 3.
So the first year we didn't. I was talking to my friend Becca about this. The first year we didn't live stream, but we were like, "Hey, all the proceeds from the channel from this month will donate."
Sure.
So I think the first year, and we were obviously smaller. Yeah. I think the first year we did like $600 maybe.
Sure.
Which is still, that's a lot.
That's also not bad for your YouTube channel to make that early.
Yeah. So we donated that, and then we were like, "Hey, let's do like a big event," and then we were like, "Let's do a 24-hour live stream," because it's like. We're putting ourselves through something. Yeah. It's a big event. It's a big deal, and then we can get hype. People can donate, and then also,
and like you guys are working for the donate. Like it's because it's one thing just to be like, hey, donate to this,
here's a donate button,
or to it to be a thing.
It's an event
that you guys are technically suffering during. Like it's more fun.
It's more fun other than just like have a donate button. And
you're giving something back to the viewer, kind of.
And then we do giveaways too.
Right,
which is wild. We gave away like fucking 15 things. Like 15 giveaways.
I didn't win any.
She's like, hey, I didn't donate. I only donated to win shit.
It's part of it.
Yeah, it is. That's why we do it to motivate, because we're like, every $10 you donate, you get entered into the giveaway.
Yeah, donate like $200.
Hey, I donated like 400, and I didn't even get entered. So what the fuck is up? Yeah. And the winner is me.
God, if you guys did that for one just dumb thing,
people
that'd be so funny.
So then the first year we did the 24-hour live stream, I'm pretty sure we were able to raise $3,000. which is absolutely insane. That's a ton.
That's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the second year we did it, we were able to raise 8,200. So we almost tripled in a year, and we were like, "Holy fuck!"
I think I was a part of that.
Yeah,
3 years ago. Yeah, because that was one of Izzy and I's first date, because we started dating September 15th,
which is wild. Yeah.
So
you're like, "Hey, my buddy's doing this. We could just have it on."
I think the first weekend I spent at her place, we watched that together.
That's so wild. That's like an anniversary.
Yeah.
Hey, you're welcome.
Well, it's a reminder for the yearly thing.
Yeah, which is nice. And then the last year we were able to raise 10 grand.
Yeah,
which is insane. And what was cool about last year is they just moved to a new facility, so they actually told us what the money was going towards.
Yeah.
And so they built like a playground with like the 10 grand. I think it would, obviously cost more than 10 grand, but that's where it went towards. Because it's
crazy more.
ADA accessible playground.
Sure.
It's at the new facility, and what's really cool is like, yeah, it's obviously for the facility, but it is open to the public. So it is a public playground in Johnson, Iowa.
Have you played on it?
I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it finished.
Go play on it and just yell at all the kids. I did this.
I saved you.
Thank me.
And then this year, we were able to raise $12,000. I think it's going to be a little bit over 12. We had a few donations come in after.
Sure.
But 12, which is fucking wild, dude.
Yeah.
That's
well, they just keep building playgrounds. And you're eventually like, hey.
Can we get back to the cancer shit? I get
it's a cool slide.
We're focusing on the kids right now, but like
one of the C's.
Yeah, children, I get is the first one. Let's maybe go to the cancer part.
Just connection.
You got a bunch of hugs.
Everyone gets a phone.
Oh, that's really cool. But it only comes with MySpace. Have fun.
Connect.
Yeah. So we were able to do 12, which is fucking, dude, in 24 hours. That's insane. It's also really wild and like surreal to think about, like this stupid little YouTube channel that we do about video games and craft beer has like such a fucking like, first off, amazing community.
Yeah.
You got to have an amazing community to even consider doing something.
The chat group was very fun.
And then, so that keeps you up. And then everybody that donates, everybody that's a part of it, people sharing. Because I know some people were like, I wish I could donate, but I can't afford it. It's like, hey, the fact that you're just here, you're part of this. You know what I mean? Like,
because you guys had like over 100 people in the chat at most times.
Yeah, which is insane. There's a ton of people, which is, it's so wild. And dude, if you think about it, that's $500 an hour.
Yeah.
That's
more than I've ever made.
Yeah, that is insane to a local charity or a local nonprofit that like really needs it, because they were like during COVID, they were really struggling. I mean, it's post COVID now, but it's very fucking surreal. And it's so awesome that like we can use our platform for good.
Yeah,
because a lot of people, and we were talking about this like after we got done streaming, we were like, man, we have such an amazing community where it's like, I'm sure there's like bigger YouTubers that if they were to do something like this, it wouldn't be closed. Like I think our community is like one of the best. They're excited for it. Yeah,
Shout out.
And the fact that we do it every year,
Yeah, it's fun. Shout out to all the Moist Mutuals in that chat.
Yeah, there's a lot of people, and
they were like Noise. We had Nathan. Who else did we? Because there was one guy where I didn't recognize his
Nasty
name.
Canasta.
No, I don't even remember that one.
Oh, he's the guy that was like, when are we getting the crotch shirt?
I do remember that one part.
And then Izzy was in the chat, and they were like,
shout out to Sin as well.
And they were like, oh, is that the infamous Izzy?
Jacob's Izzy?
Yeah. And she's probably like, what the fuck?
Fuck, I feel that I cannot remember one of the names. He was a very active person in the chat, though, so I'm guessing you just brought him over to Moist Monday for a bit.
Yeah, I can't remember. I get really delirious.
Sure, yeah.
Because it's like, obviously I'm up for 24 hours, but I was up. You're up longer than that.
Yeah, because you have a day.
It's not like you wake up and then we start live streaming.
Right, yeah.
So I did, like that day before our live stream, we got lunch.
Right, yeah.
And
did you at least get a nap after that?
Yeah, I took a nap after
Okay, good.
But like I got like an old fashioned at lunch. And like a really nice, that was a great meal. Yeah. And then, then
shout
took
out
a nap.
To Clyde's in Des Moines, Iowa.
But then I got to West at like 4:30 and the live stream started at like 6, so we did set up, prep, energy drinks. And the thing is to not eat. Like I had like a Cliff Bar and then like some snacks here and there, but you don't want to eat a heavy meal because then you get tired.
Pass out,
yeah. So then,
and hunger does keep you up a little bit.
And your stomach feels so weird too because you're just up for so long.
And energy drinks, just acid.
So then it's like you got to eat something because I can feel that, and then also like you're like, hey, let's have a few beers, and then you get delirious.
Yeah. No, because I
get a little drunk.
I feel like the worst part, and maybe you're more used to this than I am, but like staring at a screen.
Yeah. And also staring at a screen. And
but you guys do classic games, so it's not like a new flat screen. It's a...
But then also sitting in a chair.
Sure.
So like my lower back, it just hurts, and then you're just like, God damn!
But it's lame to get up and stretch every 5 minutes.
And then it's like the room starts to smell
because it's just two dudes
in a small crammed room. Like it's like I mean, it's a little warm in there, but like it's just like a weird like. I don't know, like a weird, like just scent, you know? I mean, if you're ever in a room for a long time, it just starts to smell.
Well, it's got also like two dudes just sitting in a game or sitting in chairs gaming. Yeah. They'll produce a weird smell.
Yeah. And then other people were coming in. Yeah. And then you're up, you know, for that long. So like your body, I think, is producing weird toxins and like.
There is a weird like sleep sweat you get, or like a sleepy sweat, which is just the grossest thing.
And it's just like, I don't even know where the scent's coming from, but it's
not good.
It's both of us.
I'm sorry for my half of it.
But like when you're in the moment, you don't realize it until you come back into the room and you're like, whoa, this room reeks. Luckily, it's just a visual only. They can't smell it.
There you go. Yeah.
But it is super freaking insane, dude. It is like.
What's it feel like during? Or do you even like remember during?
Yeah, I was able to get clips this year, which is nice. I recorded it on my laptop, so I have most of it. I have like 7 hours of it recorded, which is nice. Because YouTube, anything over 12 hours doesn't keep.
Yeah.
So we've lost. So it is nice to have at least clips, you know, we can reference and look back to. Yeah. During, dude, it feels really great, you know.
Really?
Especially having the active chat is nice. Active donations keeps you rolling. And then you got to pick games that keeps you awake.
Sure. I was excited to play Mario Kart with both of you. Yeah, you were really mean to me over the live.
That was funny.
So just 150 people just heard you just being mean to me.
It is every time I play Mario Kart, I pick on somebody.
Yeah,
and it's so fun because it's like
I'm an easier one since you know me really well.
Well, and then also like Owen plays Mario Kart.
He always good.
He always wins.
Pissed me off.
Yeah, so I always talk shit, and it's so funny because you're talking shit to like 1 or 2 persons, and so many people are just watching.
Yeah. Also, you're like a minute behind, so I will like if I hit you with a red shell, I would literally just be waiting to listen.
Yeah,
hear you be pissed off.
God damn it! Yeah, that's the delay is always funny too.
Yeah,
especially when you're playing an online game.
Well, that's my first time playing Mario Kart online, which is weird because the way I was playing Mario Kart, I would have won gold every cup.
Online is way tough.
But now you're playing with 12 people who would win gold at every. So it's weird. Like,
well, dude, and it's so like it's so close. Like literally, I mean, first usually flies ahead, but literally second to like 10th place, they're just in a circle.
You are one shell away,
and you're getting hit by so much. If you get hit by one thing, you get hit by 12.
Yeah, and then you're in 8th,
and you're just like, God, fuck. It's playing online is wild, but it's so fun.
I made a account just to play with you guys.
It's so fun, and we did that for 3 hours, so that was a good,
which is wild. That did not seem like 3 hours. So I played all of it.
It's a good chunk. It's a great way to do it. It's just so feeling so great. But what's weird is like. So like ended, you know, and then it was like, I'm freaking exhausted, and tired, and like I need to go to sleep, but then also like you're hyped up. I remember like driving home was weird as fuck.
Yeah, I bet it's a gross energy.
Yeah, because it's obviously like when I walked outside, I was like, oh fuck, you know, I was like, it's daytime. It was like 7 p.m. on a Saturday. I walked outside and I was like, oh my God, I haven't seen the sun in a while. I was in a room.
Is it at all similar to when you and I did acid together and then we left the house too early?
A little bit.
I thought it was.
Like, yeah, you just feel like, I shouldn't be in here. I shouldn't be in public.
Not where I belong.
Yeah, you feel,
I kind of figured it would feel like that.
And you feel gross. And like the drive home, it only takes me like 10 minutes to get home, but the drive home feels like it takes forever.
But it's a weird, like, you're hyper, but you're exhausted.
But you're just like drained and you're just like, God, I just want to get home.
God, because I haven't been up for 24 hours in so long.
It's fucking, and then
I don't think Izzy physically could.
Well, and then
we took a nap that day that you guys recorded.
Yeah. Well, what's weird is like you're up for that long and you're performing.
Sure,
you know what I mean?
You were talking for 12 hours.
My voice was going away, so then that's draining too. Like,
sure,
if you stay up with buddies for 24 hours, it's different. But like. Staying in one position, talking to a webcam
at one, reading
that's
chat,
that's
reading
tough.
Conversation,
having another person. I can't imagine doing that by yourself.
No, I couldn't.
Yeah, having another person to joke,
just fall asleep.
Yeah, having another person to joke around with, keep you up. But I remember getting home and I like sat down, and it was just like calm and quiet, and it was just like. It was like weird because I was like,
could you fall asleep
immediately? I was like, I don't know what to do.
Sure, yeah.
And also like it was very weird because I talked about this in the last episode, but like, you know, depression wise, I like got home and I felt so depressed.
I hate that for you.
And it was so weird because I was just at this super high.
You did so good.
Such super high peak.
$1,200 or $12,000.
Yeah, and did this amazing impact. And then I get home and I'm just fucking in the darkness alone. You know what I mean? And I'm like,
Yeah.
You know, so I kind of got depressed a little bit, but then I ordered food. But then even like I like pulled out my phone to like try and like, you know, get on TikTok or like play games, but like the screen hurt my eyes.
Sure. Yeah, because you texted me back a few times. I did not want you to.
But I mean, you can't just. So I laid down. I like I watched like some Reno 911, but even like some of the flashing lights, I was like, oh, it's too bright.
Sure.
And then eventually I was like, I'm gonna crawl into bed, and then I fucking collapsed. But it was so weird going from like a super high peak to just like,
alone, quiet.
Yeah. And so it was like, part of me was like, man, I feel so lonely.
Sure.
Because like,
but also you couldn't share that with somebody.
Yeah, because I need to go to bed and be alone.
Yeah, like,
but it's so weird because you're with so many people during it. I mean,
you're the star.
Yeah, and then obviously you go from all this attention to nothing.
Because I will say,
it's fucking weird.
Wes is the professional with you two, but you're probably the star. You're the talker more so. At least for streams, you are. You talk way more than he does. Yeah.
Because sometimes he doesn't read the chat, or he doesn't read it out loud.
Because also in videos, he's so much more the like good information.
Yeah, he's the information guy. Yeah, I'm the color commentary.
That's a good way to put it.
I'm the color commentary.
Yep, no, that is exactly what it is.
I know what I'm talking about, but I also just kind of be like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
You know,
look at him go.
Yeah.
And you just make dumb jokes.
And that one's bald. Oh, you got Caillou on the racetrack. Cool.
God damn it.
But it was very weird. And then like Sunday morning, I woke up pretty early, but I was feeling like down.
Well, you also texted me at like 2 a.m. You responded to something.
Yeah, like woke up. You know, because like you were so awake that like I was sleeping super hard, but then waking up.
Sure.
So I was waking up, and then so I went on a walk, and that did make me feel better. But then it was nice because like I had Sunday and Monday off.
Sure.
So it was because I remember last year it took me like a week and a half to recover.
Jesus.
Because I was working full time, you know.
Sure.
You know, so like, and I think last year we did stuff on Sunday after the live stream, like for YouTube.
Okay.
So it was nice to have the full day off because like I you know took a nap, worked on homework, took a nap, you know, just to kind of really chilled, stayed at home, and then got to sleep in the next day. Got basically fully recovered and stuff, and then it was nice because I was like feeling really down, but then I got like started working on projects and
there you go.
Started doing homework, and the walk really helped, and like, but then it was also I was just, and then I was also like just big picture perspective, like, man, we did it.
You did something good.
We did why am I fucking being sad?
Sure.
I mean, it's when you have depression, it's like, yeah, you did a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, who fucking knows how to question
I mean,
that?
I remember last year I was fucking sad for it. Like I talked about a therapist. I was like, man, over the past month I did Tough Mudder, raised 10 grand, all this stuff, and I just feel numb. And she's like, those are super high peaks. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't feel anything.
You did during though.
You do during, and then you just kind of wallow again.
Well, you forget about that, but like I feel like nowadays you can remember the peaks well.
Yeah.
But like while you're in the numbness, you lose
so it
it.
is stuff. I'm glad I'm not fully back yet. I was feeling really good last episode, and then I kind of fell off the wagon again before the 24-hour live stream.
Sure.
You know, feeling like I was like, oh, I'm climbing out of it. And then nope.
You slipped.
Slipped again. It just sucks. I'm trying to get out of it.
Yeah. Cause I don't know if this will like actually like apply to yours any or at all, but something I've been working on is actually fully feeling emotions. I've had like conversations with Izzy about it
where you actually let it take you over
instead of switching to numb.
Yeah.
Where there's sometimes like recently where I've been just angry, and I've talked to Izzy about it where I'm like, hey, I'm angry, but I'm allowed to be.
Yeah.
Like
let me
I've been through situations where I've been angry. You can't fix it. Don't try. Where I bought those grippy things, the grippy
workout
weights.
Things.
Great for it. Where I'm like,
you're just so like blood pumping.
Yeah. And that's been a very interesting thing I've been working on lately. Is just where when I think I'm allowed to feel this emotion, I let it play.
Yeah, that's a tough part. Well, being sad is like such a tough thing because it's like sad numbing.
Sure, I'm working more on my anger.
But it is you got to be able to let yourself process and go through the emotions to get over the emotions instead of ignoring or burying them,
or
because then it
immediately
comes out
trying to fix it
because then it comes out in a different way.
Yeah. It's been something recently where I'm like,
that's a natural human thing.
I'm feeling this way, and also I have reason to, so I'm going to feel this way. You don't need to try to fix it immediately. Like don't take it personal.
Let it run its course.
A lot of it is like I'll just be like, hey, I need to go deal with that's what working out has been helpful with that, with like anger. And also,
like,
it's
punch
like
myself.
It's also like, oh, a healthy way to deal with this.
Yeah, that's a very healthy way.
A productive way. Yeah.
I have recently, like, you know, because with depression and stuff, it's all sadness. But like,
right.
you know, it's so weird because like I'll be like, I think it was Saturday night when I got home from the live stream. You know, I was sitting there. And then all of a sudden, like nothing's on. I'm like pitch black in my apartment. It's like, you know, 8 o'clock because I'm just like exhausted. It could be because I was like delirious too.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, and then I just start crying.
Jesus Christ.
Like, you know what I mean?
So you're saying just out of sight, just that?
Yeah.
God.
So
Jesus,
depressing.
Robert.
So depressing. But like, it's real. And then I was like, you know, just freaking embrace the
cried.
It just let it fucking flow. But then also like while it's happening, be like, why am I feeling this way? Just try and think about like, and then be like, why are you feeling this way? Look what you just did.
Yeah, but
you know,
also
so it's
like,
a weird like perspective thing.
But also actually crying has got to be so nice.
But dude, it is like, I get so embarrassed.
Sure.
I'm home alone, just like crying on the couch, and I'm like, God, what am I doing?
Sure.
You know what I mean? And then like, have you ever like been crying and then like you like look in the mirror and you're like, gross. Like, you ever done that?
No, because I haven't.
And you're just like, God damn it, what the fuck are you doing? Like, and then you like you watch yourself wipe away tears.
Sure,
like,
because crying is something I'm trying to allow myself to do again instead of just shutting off.
It's another feeling where you gotta let it happen.
I think I need a release because I'm so much pent up shit.
Yeah, and I think anger is a really close feeling to sadness and depression.
Sure, yeah.
Because a lot of people convert that into anger and vice versa.
I think anger is kind of the center of, or I think all emotions can turn into anger pretty easily.
Because you can be like, why am I feeling this way? Let me get mad about it.
I mean, that's been something recently. I was mad at Izzy. And I really didn't want to be, but I had every right to be.
Yeah.
Like it was a situation.
So you allowed yourself to.
Well, it was just something that I had to talk to her about because also I was so mad at myself for being angry at her.
Oh, so you start feeling guilty about that.
Because I was like, I don't want this towards you.
And you're like, I don't want to be angry.
And like that was a moment where I was like, hey, can we talk about this entire situation?
Yeah.
And it felt so much better.
I mean, communication is the most important.
Yes, and that's something I've always worked very hard on in relationships. But it was just very odd to be. I was just straight up mad at her. And I really didn't want to be because I'm like, I fucking hate feeling mad at you. You are my favorite person. Like it
you
sucks.
are my person.
Yeah, it sucks to be angry at your favorite thing. And that was just a really odd but like necessary conversation.
But you gotta allow yourself to feel that.
Especially if it's right. Like if you are right and there was no argument on that part either. It was just a more understanding each other and being like, all right, what's the next step?
Yeah, and then also having a partner to understand that
respect your emotion.
Yeah, respect the emotions, and then talk about it, and then we can be like, once it passes, then talk about it again. And because sometimes because I'm not really an angry person, but sometimes I do get snapped. I do snap, and and sometimes maybe I let anger not affect me, so I bury it, and then it comes out. Like all of a sudden you snap about something that
is nothing
because you have it pent up.
Because I think
so. You got to let yourself, even if it's just like a small mini thing, and you get angry about it. Let yourself feel it. Let yourself, sometimes you need to scream.
Because that's just the situation where because that's happened too before with Izzy to me and me to Izzy, where you can tell just the person's off, but then they hone in on one thing that was not a big deal.
Not a big deal,
which then you're uncontrollably angry, but then also the other person is going to be like, that's bullshit. And they're right.
Yeah.
But they don't. And this has happened to both of us, to each other.
And that's why communication is so important.
Just to get it out before it builds.
I mean, communication feelings.
It's wild.
Life is fucking weird. It's so tough. You go through these peaks and valleys. And it's so weird having, massive peaks and then also feeling so low at the same time. Because it's fucking weird.
Something I think about all the time is when it comes to my anger or just thinking about depression in general is the Donner Party. It's an unhealthy thought, but this is something I think about constantly.
You want to eat people?
Anytime, no, it's not that. It's anytime I am something stupid happens, I'm so angry about it, just to myself, or just all the bullshit reasons I've been depressed, and even to the point of suicide over just dumb fucking reason. I think about the Donner Party.
Why?
Where they were stuck in the middle of a frozen lake with 17 feet of snow around them, and they wanted to live so bad that they ate each other.
Oh, so that's your way of putting it into perspective?
It's an unhealthy thing where I'm like, what the fuck are people doing nowadays where we get so upset about this little shit when people who were in hell wanted to survive so bad
that they ate
each other. Yeah. I think, and it's not a healthy thought process, dude. But it is something I think about fucking constantly. Anytime I'm upset,
does that help you?
I'm like, what would Donner do? He would eat his wife.
Does it help you though? Oh, it makes you worse?
It just makes me feel stupid for being upset about stupid shit.
I mean,
it's the same idea that
that's really funny.
The worst day somebody's had is the worst day they have had.
Yeah. So it's not comparable.
Or it's comparable to your worst. It's the worst thing you've experienced. You think about a baby's crying when they're born. It is because that is the most amount of pain, discomfort,
and that's the only thing they know.
Coldness, fear that they have ever experienced in their entire fucking life because they just got created. Same time, the next time that toddler hits their head on something and they wail and you're like, it wasn't even bad. That is the first time they've experienced that kind of pain. They don't know shit. We don't know shit. So
we don't know anything.
Nothing is comparable.
Yeah. And everybody's going through a different journey where you hear someone's stories and it does make you feel a little bit less alone.
Sure.
But it's also you're on your own journey and like sometimes you're like, I've never felt this way before.
Yeah. But then also, like, this week I read a news story about a fucking 8-year-old girl who got kidnapped. I have no idea how to even process that shit.
Yeah, what the hell?
Like, even just thinking
Where's
about
Liam Neeson when we need him?
Exactly. Well, do you want to know what happened? All right, so the girl got found.
Okay, good. So,
she legitimately kidnapped, though, which is insane to actually hear about.
Yeah, that's so wild that that's like a thing.
Yeah, just taking a child that's not yours, it's so fucking odd.
Yeah, what are you gonna do with it?
Normal people, that's the darker thoughts. Jesus Christ. But anyway, so this little
Jesus.
This little girl, she rode her bike around she was with her friends, and she's like, I'm gonna do one more lap. Didn't come back from the lap. Fucking terrifying.
Oh my God, just gone.
I don't know if her bike got found in this situation, but either way, they knew she was gone and they expected got taken. And 1 to 2 days, 3 max, because I heard about it pretty quick. And if you hear about it, you imagine like it happened previous anyways. The fucking kidnapper hand delivered a ransom note to this family's mailbox, just assuming they weren't home. Drove his own car, left a big ass fingerprint on the mail.
What an idiot.
Got caught immediately.
What an idiot.
He was in a camper in his mom's backyard. Fucking child was found hiding in a fucking cupboard.
What the hell?
Yeah, so dumbest kidnapper ever, but then you're also like, what is this 8-year-old kid gonna be for the rest of their fucking life?
Yeah, that's so scary.
But also, there was recently, like within the past year or two, a kidnapping victim who was on The Masked Singer, or maybe Dancing with the Stars.
What? And they got kidnapped when they were a kid?
Yeah. And that was they are now famous enough for Masked Singer, or they're a star enough for Dancing with the Stars.
Oh my God.
Because of that. I cannot remember her name, but it was a very big kidnapping case that I did like.
Was that one where like she was kidnapped for a long time and then got released as like an adult or something? Isn't that a story? That's a story.
That's happened before.
Where it's just like, Jesus, dude, your entire childhood you were kidnapped and now you're just
this
free.
Was somebody.
And at that point, your parents think you're dead.
I'm mad. I cannot remember her name, but she was kidnapped by this guy, and this guy had, I think, multiple wives, and he made them wear, I don't know if it's a burqa exactly, but like a very face covering gown,
headdress,
and they were like, "Yep, this is something you don't question because you don't want to be insulting other people's stuff."
Yeah.
But like that's how he hit her, and in plain sight, like.
Jesus.
She was within a town, did not talk to it, then like would not admit what's happening. I don't even know how she got out. Yeah.
Dude, that's so fucked up, dude.
But then also that leading into a like who's the celebrity? Because I would hope it's Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, so then that person became famous because of it?
Yeah, Masked Singer, they do like hints at who it is. And like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what the hell would the hint be?
To why they're famous. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
This person is masked now and they've been masked their entire like Jesus Christ. Like what else would you say?
Yeah.
And also like that's a show that I don't understand.
Shit, I'm gonna have to double check that actually happened. I'm pretty sure. I don't know why I would think that happened.
That's a wild thing to make up.
Yeah, and if it is, I'm gonna have you cut that.
No, I think we keep it in because it probably will happen. They're running out of celebrities that want to dance.
That's true. Yeah, Jamie Lynn Spears just got voted off this week.
Yeah, I saw that. I forgot about it.
Why did you see that?
It was on Instagram.
Sure.
I forgot she was a person. You know what I mean? Like she was like famous back in the early 2000s.
Zoe 101, yeah.
I never watched that show, but
Me neither.
I remember thinking, oh, she's hot.
Kidnapping victim, dancing. Oh my God. Not what I was talking about, but Sean Johnson opens up about her almost getting abducted. Jesus.
Oh, Sean Johnson, the Olympic gymnast
who went to our high school.
Yeah, who went to our freaking high school.
Sean Johnson.
She was 2 years older than me. My buddy had a math class with her, and he said she was a cunt. Those are his words.
I have also
heard that.
Yes.
I think he told me one time, he was like, someone asked to like borrow a pen from her, and she was just like she said,
she
no,
did a backflip.
Yeah,
she's
just a bitch to him. Like, okay. Did you find it?
Elizabeth Smart.
Elizabeth Smart. Okay.
On being Miss Moth on Masked Singer. So
she was on Masked Singer,
which is even a little bit
worse
crazier.
Than dancing,
oh my God, we are gonna we're gonna look up her hint videos after this because that is insane.
So celebrities have to guess who she is?
Yeah.
How the fuck are you gonna know who that is?
Yeah.
It's not like an actor. You know what I mean? Like she's famous enough that people would know her name.
I if you told me her name, I would know who it was, but I wasn't able to come up with her name.
So okay, so if someone's singing and they're masked, you go, "Oh, were you kidnapped?"
Yeah,
you this girl?
Are you? Yeah, and imagine guessing kidnapping victims.
Yeah, Jesus Christ! Like, I mean, they're at that point in the show. They're season 11 or whatever.
Well, because they did 4 seasons a year during COVID.
Yeah, geez, I don't get why
everyone was masked.
I hate that show.
Yeah, me too.
I've never seen it.
I've seen it.
I've seen clips.
I saw it during COVID.
I just don't like it. But that's wild that was a. Yeah, I'm curious. We gotta watch clips.
Yeah.
I'm curious what they like. What's the hints?
And how long could she sing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Imagine also judging this woman singing,
well,
but also she signed up for the show.
It's not about the singing.
It's about guessing who it is. But whoever's worse gets voted off first.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, I don't get the show, dude. I don't understand.
It's not a good show.
It has a lot of viewers, I guess. I think a lot of people. There's a COVID show that did really well, and now they're still doing it. Jesus, that's so wild.
Okay, the way they word it is the gorgeous wing contestant was unmasked to reveal activist, best-selling author, and survivor.
Okay, so she's done other things.
Well, yeah, I knew she was like she helped talk to other victims of it, and that she definitely wrote books about it. But it's still,
good luck guessing that.
Yeah,
can you imagine being a judge on that show trying to guess?
Ken Jeong.
Yeah,
it was just like I don't fucking know.
And he's like a comedian, and he's like, "It's not Jamie Foxx.
Is it Pink? No, fuck. Oh, Elizabeth. Oh my God, I remember reading the newspaper when you got
She's like, "Oh yikes! What a bummer."
Like up next, John Benet Ramsey on Dancing with the Stars. Turns out she's alive. It's like a huge. It'd be like
but you gotta guess who it is.
Yeah,
that's the reveal, America.
Yeah,
that's how they reveal that she's still alive. Masked Singer season 20. Yeah, just Jesus, what the? That's how you decided to do it.
Opposite side of the spectrum. Maybe it's literally like O.J. Simpson on shit, like where it's just like it was a not as in like the same crime level, but as in a cultural phenomenon. Where like because when she went missing, that was a big fucking deal. Yeah. Same with John Benet Ramsey. Same with O.J. Simpson, which I guess he did have his own reality show.
After?
Yeah, it was called Juiced.
Oh, Jesus. They even called it that.
A lot of times the prank was, it's fucking O.J. Simpson that you're talking to. He's a murderer.
I mean, dude, he is in the first Naked Gun, right?
Yes, he was originally going to be the Terminator.
Oh, dude. But then he killed his wife.
Somebody,
and then he actually was the Terminator. Yeah. That's what I love. I mean, I don't love that they do this, but I love like when actors are actually bad.
Sure, yeah.
You know, because I'm like, that's why you're so good.
Yeah, but O.J. Simpson was just a really good football player.
Yeah.
And then he almost beheaded his wife. Did you ever...
He's free, right?
Yeah, no, he's on Twitter, and every time he's on it, he goes, "Hey, Twitter world." Like,
that's how he starts his tweets.
Every fucking video. Twitter world. No, every video. And all of the comments are knife emojis. And he does not talk about them. But do you know about the book he wrote?
No, he wrote a book? Yeah. It's called The Glove Doesn't Fit?
No, it's called If I Did It.
Oh my God.
And you'll have to post.
You wrote a book called If I Did It?
He had a ghostwriter. And the ghostwriter designed the cover. So let me just show you the cover, and you'll have to put this on the video.
Why would you think it's a good idea? Like, why would you?
This is also the same man who says he's worried about going to LA because he doesn't want to run into the murderer.
Why would you write a book called If I Did It if you got accused of murdering your fucking wife?
But also, if you would just please describe the cover.
What the fuck, dude?
He did not design the cover, and all the covers are similar to this.
Dude, if I Did It, Confessions of the Killer, it's O.J. Simpson in a jumpsuit with chains.
But no, please describe the words if I did it.
It just says, no, it's I did it.
And then the if is written in a slightly different color font within the I.
Within the I of it. Dude, what the fuck?
But like, scroll through. They're all that.
And it's I did it.
They're all I did it with the tiniest, most subtle if.
I mean, that's how you get people to buy it.
Yes.
You know?
O.J. Simpson, I did it.
That's a salesman. What the fuck, dude? He goes, yeah, I play football, dude. That's a good idea.
No, because he finally got arrested for stealing back his own memorabilia from...
I think I heard what they had.
Yeah. And when he did that, they tried to throw all the crimes at him that he could, because they were like, yeah, he got away with murder.
Yeah, because we still don't know. Do we? Did he do it? I mean, it says it in the book.
I mean, he did, but he was found not guilty.
Because he had a celebrity lawyer?
Yeah.
Wasn't it a Kardashian?
Yeah. No, Kardashian.
That's how the Kardashians got
Well,
started.
he had a few very fucking good lawyers, but one of them was the Kardashian.
God, can you imagine being a lawyer and you're getting paid to get somebody off?
Because they have to know it's bullshit, right?
Yeah, but it's like, but if you win, that's how you make money.
I would love to have that conversation with like a defense attorney, but like also especially a very well paid one where you're like, yeah, you only get them if they're guilty, like Better Call Saul kind of shit.
Yeah, that's what's cool about it, because they really dive into the law. Because he leans into it. He knows people are, but he's also shady.
But also imagine he wouldn't be hired by O.J. Simpson, because they have to be geniuses.
Yeah, because that's top tier.
And he got away with it.
Oh my god!
Fucking. Also, the cops destroyed that crime scene. Like every part of that case was handled so horribly.
Oh, so that's part of it.
There's so many. Same with like the John Benet Rams. Like they did such a bad fucking job being cops for that when it's the biggest crimes ever.
You're getting called into a scene you don't know.
Okay, but the scene was also a basic beheading.
Yeah,
have you ever seen crime scene photos?
No, I don't.
They're fucking insane.
Well, I mean, that's how Kurt Cobain, they fucking don't. You know, they really mistreated that.
Yeah, and that one I never know, because it makes sense that he killed himself.
Yeah, but also like
there's some weird shit about it.
Yeah,
the suicide note that she practiced the hand, because I don't think she did it, but
she could have hired somebody.
Yeah,
but also the way that they did the way that they went about the scene is fucking weird too.
Yeah,
like so then that's shady.
Yeah,
so it's also like, man, learn how to be better.
God,
I don't know.
What do you think life would be like if he didn't though? If he didn't kill himself, or if he didn't die?
I think do you think he'd still be around?
I mean, with the drug use, who knows? I'm saying, imagine if he lived now.
Damn, yeah. So Foo Fighters wouldn't be a band?
Well, no, they would, because Dave Grohl showed Cobain that album.
Yeah,
they wouldn't be what they are.
They wouldn't be what they are.
But also, like, would Nirvana have kept going?
I mean, they had stuff in the works for another album.
Yeah,
you know, but then I think they would have quit.
But like, could you imagine?
Or I think he would have been like, I think he would have been like, I got to get away, and like he would go disappear.
But like, you think about the way we think of that band now versus what they could have been now, where they could have been like, oh, we're on our third revival tour.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be our last tour. We're gonna be done after, and like they'd probably headline like Riot Fest.
Yeah, which would be insane, dude.
But like,
I'm going to see Nirvana.
But like a 50-year-old, or
50-year-old Kurt Cobain
with Dave Grohl, who wouldn't be what he is now.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be the icon he is. We like music fanatics would know him, but I bet not the everyday person.
Yeah, it would be so. I feel like it would, and then also I feel like just music in general would be different. Because it's
was such a,
because it inspired, well, and also like Nirvana inspired a bunch of bands.
It'd be like what if Freddie Mercury lived?
Yeah,
they'd be so like, it feels like just because they did die, that for culture to happen that they had to die. Same with Jimi Hendrix.
It puts the band into another stratosphere.
Yes.
They were already like obviously a big band at the
also,
moment.
It's confusing how big they actually were even without like. Yeah, Queen, biggest band in the world. Nirvana, biggest band in the country at least.
They were world for a while.
I don't know if they were biggest in the world the way Queen was, but they
definitely huge. And then, but now because
both of them king of the genres.
But because of
same with Jimi Hendrix,
because of them dying, now they're fucking 30 years later. You can still walk into a store and get a Queen shirt, get a Nirvana shirt.
Most stores,
like you don't walk in and see Foo Fighters shit.
Not unless it's like a
music store,
like, you know like a Target. You will always find Queen. You'll always find Nirvana. Same with you always find Beatles, where they at least they all outlived the peak of their fame, and
some of them.
Well, no, I'm saying they hit the peak still.
Yeah.
But their deaths were still.
They were only a band for 8 years.
That's insane. I mean, how long was Nirvana around? They ended in 94.
94, yeah. 5.
5, maybe.
But they only have 3 albums. Beatles have a fuck ton.
Yeah.
You know?
Queen has a shit. Which
is wild. It's wild to think like, oh, in that short amount of time, you did such a fucking impact.
I have no idea how long Jimi Hendrix was famous for, because he was 27 Club.
He was 27 Club, so maybe, I don't know, less than, dude.
Most 7 years.
Yeah, most.
I don't know. Young. I'll look it up.
I don't think he was like famous at 19.
I doubt it.
I think he was like really thriving at like 24.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, he was around like, a
handful of years, which is insane.
Jimi Hendrix.
But it would have been so cool to be able to see him.
And yet Jimmy Carter's still fucking going. That's wild. That man's been dying for 6 months.
Yep.
Well, I like Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter's good.
He's a sweet peanut farmer.
Well, and he was one of the first Tonight Show.
Oh, was he?
Right?
I don't know.
Am I thinking of the same person?
No.
Who am I thinking of?
I don't know. I'm thinking of the president.
Oh, you're thinking of the president.
The peanut farmer.
I'm thinking of an old school Tonight Show guy. Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carr? Jimmy Carr's a really good comedian.
Yeah, but he's not dead or died.
or Tonight Show host.
All right. Oh, shit. This is very hard to see because he recorded so much live shit. After his performance at Monterey Pop Festival in 1967 is when he achieved fame, and he died.
67? That's like.
And he died in 70. Fuck.
Yeah, so he was famous for 3 years.
So maybe he had some really good albums beforehand that nobody knew about.
And then it blew up.
Maybe, but shit. So yeah, I would say 5 years he was famous. So like same as Kurt.
Yeah, and now he's on a different level, and now it's like, oh,
same
Jimi
with,
Hendrix.
If you go anywhere, you can probably buy a Jimi Hendrix shirt.
Yeah, exactly. Like the Purple Haze, all that stuff. Yeah, fucking iconic. But this has been the Moist Money podcast.
We're still alive,
all over the board.
Less iconic, but that's okay.
Well, if one of us dies, we do. We're
gonna hit podcast fame. We'll try. If one of us dies, the other will milk it as much as possible.
Because what else are you going to do?
Right, yeah.
Stop?
No, we agreed that we won't stop. All right.
It's going to be weird if you die, though, because that means I have to come to your house.
Yeah, and Izzy's just going to be bummed every time.
Then it's like, maybe the podcast will keep going, but I'll just record it at my house.
Yeah, but like what? You're going to take the light she bought me? You have to.
Oh,
You'd have to take the chairs.
Partially mine.
And this room would just be an empty corner, and she'd be so upset.
Yeah, and then she sells the house, and then somebody else moves in, and then this is just a room where people put shoes in.
Ugh.
I mean, it's gonna happen no matter what.
Jesus fucking Christ!
It's gonna happen no matter what.
No, I want this house to fall apart on me, and it probably will.
But it's gonna happen no matter what.
Not unless this house falls apart.
But someone's gonna rebuild it
with me in it.
Okay.
No,
that's why you're starting to unscrew things.
Slowly but surely.
Every day you're like.
Little creakier.
We like the creaks here. But make sure you follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Threads.
The ghosts are interesting.
Moist Monday Podcast. Send us an email, moistmondaypodcast@gmail.com. I almost said during the 24-hour live stream.
Yeah.
White noise caught me.
Yeah, immediately.
Because I'm not used to saying Getting Off the Grid's email. And it's a lot harder of an email to say because it's retro off the grid.
Right.
It's a lot harder.
Name.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to say.
Fucking idiots.
Well, Game Off the Grid was taken, I think, which is weird. So, yeah, send us an email, moistmondaypodcast@gmail.com. Freaking rate us 5 stars. Freaking subscribe to us on YouTube. Freaking do all this. Freaking share the podcast.
Josh Bailey. That's his name. Shout out to Josh Bailey.
Nice.
Yes, I knew
I took a screenshot of it?
Yes, because he said, because I think Izzy asked me to, because she kept getting mentioned and she was pumped about that.
Yeah, Josh is a cool dude. I met him a few years ago.
Shout out to another Moist Mutual.
Appreciate you all listening. Appreciate you all being a part of this. Appreciate you all being Moist Mutuals. Appreciate you all getting moist. Just freaking keep it on, baby. That's all I got to say.
Happy October, everybody.
Happy October.
Keep it moist out there.
Let's get spooky, but not in a depressive way. Bye.
Dry bones, lazy bones, big bones, dance around in your bones.
Chill for 3 hours, carefully open cam, wait for head to rise, pour into glass, relax, savor, and enjoy.
So we're not even supposed to use it in a can? I'll get glasses.
Yeah, you got to read the instructions. Read.
Beer?
Yeah, people drink beer out of glasses all the time. You ever been to a bar? So what's the deal with airplane toilets? That's what I'm wondering. What do they do for us as a society? What do they bring to the table? It's like everything else has a purpose. Airplane toilets, like toilet. What is that from? Toilet. toilet. It's weird doing a podcast by yourself. You don't have anybody all alone.